and to be the global frontrunner in value education and nurturing talent in which modernity blends with tradition.
A very warm welcome. A very warm welcome to one and all present here to the special morning of splendor on behalf of entire Amity University, Greater Noida and Atulyam campus. Allow me to welcome you all to the 5th International Conference on Contemporary Computing and Informatics. Thank you so much for being here with us. While it is obvious to feel happy and welcome you all, I, Dr. Nandita Tripathi, along with my peer Professor Akansha Singh, feel overwhelmed to host this session. This entire conference will observe an august gathering of eminent personalities, researchers, and students from across the globe, and it's an opportunity for all of us to share knowledge and insights. Before starting the session, I would like to thank our pillars of strength, our Honorable Founder President, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan Sir, Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan Sir, Honorable Director General, Professor Dr. Ajay Rana Sir, and all our respected guests, faculties, and staff without whom it wouldn't have been possible to deliver this amazing conference.
And to make this session a less fun, let us invoke Goddess Saraswati by kindling the lamp of knowledge and wisdom, for seeking the choicest blessings for the same. I invite all our dignitaries on the dais and request everyone there to present and please rise for the same. Request Ms. Reena Banerjee and Mr. Yashashvi Raman to join us on the dais. Mr. Naveen Singh can also join us on the dais. Thank you so much for the guests and dignitaries. You can take your distinguished chair on the stage.
Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, and Atulyam campus of Amity Education Group is shining under the leadership of our Director General, Professor Dr. Ajay Rana Sir. He has been with Amity Education Group for more than 22 years, working in different capacities. Without further ado, I would request our Honorable Director General to please address the session.
Thank you, Dr. Nandita, and thank you, Dr. Aisha. On behalf of our Honorable Founder President, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, on behalf of our Chancellor and President, Dr. Atul Chauhan, on my personal capacity as the Director General of this Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, with all my faculty members and all my dear students, esteemed guests, Dr. Rishi Mohan Bhatnagarji, esteemed guest of honor, Shri Parveen Agrawalji, Professor Deepak Garji, Professor Rajiv Agrawalji, all the guests who are coming from across the part of the country in front of me, of the dais, the presenters, we welcome you all in our group, Amity Education Group. We welcome you all, Amity University Uttar Pradesh, Greater Noida campus. Thank you all being a part of our family. So I request you all, my dear students, give a huge round of applause for our very good morning to all my faculty members, as well as the future leader of our Mother Earth, my dear students. Over last 30 years, the Amity Education Group has established the top-ranked universities and the schools across the world, which are at least the forefront of the cutting-edge innovation and the teaching methodology. At Amity, the 175,000 students and thousands of faculties and the scientists all over the one mission and the vision of our Honorable Founder President is that we are committed to do our best. Esteemed guests on the dais, off the dais, this is the Amity DNA. We do our best under the mission and the vision of our Honorable President, Dr. Atul Chauhan, the Amity committed to transfer and nurture the future leader. And that's why we are able to produce around 225,000 students, those who are working across the globe, and we are proudly honored with their alumni. Enduring the mission and the vision of our Honorable Founder President, Dr. Ashok Chauhan sir, with a deep delight and the immense contentment, I would like to congratulate everyone at the Amity University, Greater Noida, for considering the idea of organizing the international conference of this stature and ensuring the rich contribution from the brightest mind across the globe. With the blessings of our Honorable Founder President, Dr. Ashok Chauhan, and the Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, we feel more proud to host this the 5th International Conference on Contemporary Computing and Informatics IC3I 2022 at our premises. This conference, I remember, me correct me if I'm wrong, Professor Deepak Sir, you are the first person who introduced me with Professor Niranjan, Dr. Rana, why not able to organize such conference at your campus? The first conference that was led under the leadership of Professor Deepak as well as Professor Niranjan at Mysore campus JSS, and after that, the next conference is at Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, Noida, then Amity University, Haryana, then Amity University, Singapore, and the next 5th one is at our premises. Thank you, Professor Deepak, for this, your care, your affection towards me. The research community has shown a very high spirit, and we are thankful to IEEE UP Uttar Pradesh section and its office bearer for their constant and their continuous support for guiding us to organize such a conference. I, on my personal capacity, thank to all the president and the vice president, the secretary from IEEE UP section who gave us the more freedom with Dr. Rana. Why not organize this conference at your premises? This time, sir, we have received, it's my duty to present the overview of the conference. This time, sir, we have received around 1,809 commission from 20 plus different countries. On my back, you find the logos of these countries, these flags, which include Australia, Nigeria, Vietnam, Ethiopia, Uzbekistan, I quote, and I quote, the Pakistan as well, the USA, the South Africa, Belgium, Peru, South Africa, China, Kazakhstan, and many other, as well as from our mother India. Among 1,809 submission, 758 submission have been refused as a pre-screening level, and remaining 1,051 submissions have been reviewed by our esteemed professors, scientists, and the teachers. Honorable Chief Guest and the guest of honors, all research papers have been gone through the 4 level of review process, and only 414 research papers are selected for the presentation. A panel of around 500 professors scientists, researchers were involved in the review process. All duly accepted, registered and presented papers will be submitted to IEEE for the inclusion of IEEE Explore Digital Library. But that's not all. To have this conference more content rich, engaging and the beneficial from the students of MIT, we have also requested the stalwarts from the industry and the academia to brainstorm and they share their views and opinion on the cutting edge technologies. Sir, we have nurtured the one concept unresearched lab, where we received around more than 20,000 registrations, those who have become the member of our cutting edge research lab. Esteemed guests on the dais and off the dais, we have an unresearched lab, Amity University Network Research Lab, running like AI, machine learning, networking, and then all research labs supported by outside world as well, like the industries. Thank you, Dr. Rishi Mohan Bhattacharya sir, always nurturing, guiding us for the cutting edge technology, and that's why we have signed MOU with Aries Technology, like the Clarity software. Sir, I promised you, we apply this software as a mandate at our university. Sir, thank you, Professor Rishi Mohan Bhattacharya sir, to hear us and guide us. I invite many persons on the dais because they are the person who always nurture us, guide us, not only for the part of that you are the chief guest for the forum, like Professor Deepak Dutt sir, Professor and Dr. Rishi Mohan Bhattacharya ji. Same with we have Professor, Sri Parveen Agrawal ji, who always nurture and guide us at Dr. Rana. Why not start the concept of make a research lab at your premises? Sir, we are working on your directions, on your guidance, and sir, guiding us to establish the research lab or live research lab, Tata Power Research Lab at our premises. Thank you, Professor Parveen Agrawal. Why I call you professor? Because you are the academics as well as the industry. The other person who always guiding for last 15 years, when I have faced any problem, sometimes that person educate me. These two persons, sometimes they warn me, guide me, or threaten me, Dr. Nana, aap galat kar rahe ho. So that person is Professor Rajiv Agrawal ji. Many times we have shared the common academic councils for various academic bodies, various outside world, but that person's always nurtured me for last 15 years. That person, when I joined the Greater Noida, I looked to Professor Rajiv Agrawal, sir, please guide me how we start the robotic lab. Then he said, coach, Dr. Rana क्यों परेशान हो रहे हो? मैं हूं ना यहाँ पर, बताओ क्या करना है? Sir is the person. Whenever he was with any organization like JNU, top institutions, but I have a urge, I have to remove good to interact with him when he was the head, the founder, the person who made one institution that was the best in the entire the Greater Noida, the founder person of GLA Bajaj. So he guides me, Dr. Rana, ये करो, same Professor Deepak Agrawal, that we are associated with Stanford University. When I face any problem, I know that sir, you are busy with your bank inspection. But my request to Professor Deepak Dutt sir, what's your plan? He said, क्या करना है? I said, sir, आना है. तो फिर क्यों पूछ रहे हैं? Professor Deepak Dutt sir, Dr. Rishi Mohan Bhattacharya sir, Rajiv Agrawal sir, Parveen Agrawal sir. So we are so thankful that you are here to nurture not Amity University, Uttar Pradesh. I know about the philosophy of all of you, is that we are here to nurture not the student from Amity University, but the student from our mother earth. Thank you all the esteemed panelists, all the guests on the dais and off the dais value. The one Director General, the Dean from the Shivnagar University, sir, you are so humble that you accept our request and you are move ahead to join with this ceremony. We are not here to organize one conference like other colleges. There is a routine. Okay, 3-day conference. invite the speakers. What about the interest in the academia? So here I request my team, if it is possible, can you play the video? So that's why under your regular guidance with all those persons, we are not focused at contact conference and only to make a 3 day activity, but that is a 1 month long activity where engaging around more than 500 persons directly or indirectly for the benefit of my students. So thank you all my dear students, those who are a part of this conference, all my faculty members, those who are working day and night to make this conference a big success. Thank you all. The Honorable Founder President has a vision and national building through the education and beyond, and we MATL promise that we will strive to hard fulfill the vision and the mission of our Honorable Founder President and the Honorable Chancellor Dr. Atul Chauhan ji. I once again thank to our respected Chancellor Dr. Atul Chauhan ji for their continuous care and affection for all of us. Thank you for being available with us and nurturing the future of our student and the faculty member. I know what type of out of the box approach by our Honorable Chancellor and President Dr. Atul Chauhan. He said, Dr. Rana, in our protocol at the university, you take at least 2 months or 3 months prior approval from the budget and other things. But he said, go ahead with
Senior Director at Lloyd Institute of Engineering and Technology, with more than 28 years in the field of technical education and research, versed with knowledge of OBE through effective implementation of OBE practices, along with understanding of NAC. Sir has also worked as and capacities as HOD, Head Training and Placement, Coordinator TEQIP World Bank Program, involved in Board of Studies, Research and Development, more than 82 publications in international journal and conferences with 25 plus SCI publications, best peer review publications with more than 560 citations, and Sir is also reviewer of journals elsewhere, IEEE, Springer, and in the editorial board of national and international journals.
Next, I would like to call Mr. Praveen Agarwal, Chief HR and IR Tata Power DBL, a professional par excellence and truly a role model for others, highly respected in the field of human resource and industry relation with the people, process, system, and design thinking approach. And I believe in empowering the workforce by giving them ample opportunities for their holistic development centers, acknowledged for generating opportunities for multi-skilling and knowledge enhancement. We welcome you, sir.
Dr. Rishi Rohan Bhatnagar, sir. Sir is President Aries Communication and President of Internet of Things India, a professional par excellence and truly a role model for others, highly respected in the world of artificial intelligence, recognized for his work in telecom, BFSI, automotive, healthcare and education sector, acknowledged for his contribution in managing large-scale outsourcing projects in multi-vendor and multilingual environment. Dr. Rishi Rohan Bhatnagar, sir, is an international thought leader in digital and advanced technology space. He is the recipient of multiple awards, including the IoT CEO of the Year Award at the Economic Times and Business Leadership Awards 2022, Economic Times Business Leader of the Year 2019 Award, the Voice and Data Leadership Recognition Award, India in 2018, India IC3I IoT CEO of the Year 2018, and BTVI Business Leader of the Year 2018. Sir has also co-authored the book Enterprise IoT in 2015, the first book written on IoT, which was launched in Berlin along with a team from Bosch. He has been actively advising the government on digital strategy, IoT policy, and on the startup ecosystem. Currently, Dr. Bhatnagar is the board member and president of Aries Communications India Private Limited, pioneers in the M2M and IoT business. He has played an instrumental role in the launch of Aries Communications portfolio of end-to-end IoT solutions and serves in India, making the company a leader in the IoT solutions segment in the country. Sir is also the chairman, the IET Future Tech Panel since 2015 and chairman IoT Summit since 2018 and chairman of AIT IoT Committee of Board Band India Forum. We welcome him, sir.
Thank you so much, Honorable Director General Sir and Deans. So now I request Professor Dr. Deepak to please bless us with his words.
Hello. Okay, bro.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Dignitaries on the dais, and teachers, students, authors, and guests from all over the country. And I think some are also. So first of all, I will like to say that you are fortunate enough that you have a leader like Professor Satyanarayana, who is a mentor, guide, lawyer, very renowned and researcher. Professor Lala. We are taking his services also. So he is doing a lot in the education sector and you know, big positions across America. So I am not sure what I am supposed to speak here. So I will give you a few of the learnings that I have taken from my career in the last 20 years. So I think the key word today, all across the world, for researchers, for industrialists, for professionals, for teachers, and for students, the only one, whether you read any personality related book, whether you only keyword is learning. You can really think about in the night whether I have learned something today. It applies to me also, not only you. That means you are growing. Everything actually comes behind you. Money, so the key thing is learning. So sometimes the new teachers that join my institution, so I ask them that how the teaching is going on. They say, right. So I say that I don't want teaching. I want whether learning is happening or not in the class. Similarly, we may be good teachers, but now that is useless. You are teaching best of the content, you are taking best of the examples, and you are covering the whole syllabus, you are doing everything. But whether the students are learning or not, कोई अपना मोबाइल चला रहा है, कोई अपना कुछ और कर रहा है, किसी को कुछ मतलब नहीं है आप क्या बोल रहे हो सामने, right? Some are not understanding, some are getting the syllabus for n number of different reasons. So the ultimate thing is whether the students in the class are learning or not. So for that purpose, even if you stop teaching, I am okay with that. So even if you don't teach, but students are still learning somehow, I will go with that. And in many cases that happens in some of the teachers who have understood the latest pedagogy and the latest techniques of modern higher education practices. So we have to also replace this word which we use all across the country. We say so many things that we are doing project-based learning. Every course we do projects. But I have seen all across my journey that all the projects that we made, they are all worth. They are all worth some 10 pages of report. They are all worth some marks. But not even 0.001% of them are converted into some product. So we have to change this project-based learning to product-based. So unless those things, whatever you are doing, is not usable in industry or in your campus,
or by some NGO, or by some rural community, or by any other society, then it is not easy. Even if one person can use your product, that is good. But many of the students, many of the authors, they start with big dreams when they give their initial presentation. पता नहीं क्या करें. और आखिर में then they say कि अभी चल नहीं रहा है, अभी ये कमी है, वो कमी है, functionality connection है, अभी कुछ और issue है. And then after that they are done. Even after doing many of the teachers, after doing their PhD, they think that they are done. Because they are not doing it for fashion or something, they are just doing for some credit. So now these things have become even more important because of the change of acceleration in the way the technology is changing. So I am working in the field of artificial intelligence within the all technologies today, and the way it is growing, you can't even imagine. Every day, so many things are happening that it is impossible for me also to learn on. Every day I am saying. So if you are even thinking that I will change my syllabus after 1 year, you are falling there. So mostly I feel that in today's world, the teachers or the institutions many times when they don't perform, they start blaming students. But the people who are to blame is teachers and the people like me, because they don't upgrade, they don't learn as fast as they should, because they are in this profession of giving instructions, being the role models to the students. So unless they don't learn, unless they don't sit on the system and try to work on some product, there is no way the students. So what is happening now is that it is reversed now. We are learning from students. So many of the students who are doing startups, many of the students who are doing very good projects, so many times I also learn from them. New ideas that is coming to the younger generation, to first year students, second year students, even polytechnic students. So they have great ideas, but they need ecosystem, they need support. And I am sure that the best person available here in MIT Greater Noida campus is Dr. Ajay Rana. So who will never say no to any of your demand. I want you to remember that someday I kind of advised him for this content. I didn't remember. So, it's great that he still remembers that I was associated with this content. So this is very important. So I would like to again thank you everyone. And it is nice to know that so many papers have come and so many have. But the important thing will be that how we do the follow-up, how we collaborate. So that is probably another word that is important nowadays. Means sometimes the teaching community, academic researcher community, they want to sit in their silos. They want to sit in their cabin or their cubicle or their office, and they don't want to talk to others. They don't want to discuss their ideas. पता नहीं चोरी ना हो जाए, पता नहीं क्या Bill Gates का idea, या Elon Musk वाला idea. But the important thing is that you collaborate. Most of the papers which are the foundational papers of the technology, they are in collaboration with some research labs or good researchers. So first you start collaboration within your department, your school, then maybe other department, then across you may talk to people in IC3I, then you may talk to people in other institutions, right? Then you talk to people in other countries. So collaboration is the key. So yesterday I was reading that many times the people who are better than others, but they are not better in position or power because they lack in collaboration. So sometimes even if you are a notch below in terms of your academic or research achievements, but you have better collaboration, then because of the company you keep, you will be better positioned. So it is very important.
Don't struggle with background noises while taking online classes.
Okay. So I think this is what is happening here. Collaboration. Dr. Ajay Rana has invited people from different backgrounds, from industry, from academia, research, and all the student community here, author community here. So the key takeaway of this conference will be that if you can at least make friends with 3 other people who are coming from different backgrounds. So I think that will be the key outcome, and then you follow up on that. Okay. So try to make it an objective of this 3-day conference that I will be frequent. I will talk to them about what they are doing, what they are actually on. It may be a different topic altogether, but right. So sometimes we visit a rural area or we visit a slum area. Many times the computer science student or the teacher say, "Wahan ke le jao." So even if we take them to Microsoft, they will only see the computers there, machines there, right? But they need to understand where they are supposed to implement that technology. So they are supposed to implement that technology in lateral areas, in interdisciplinary areas, in the areas where it is required, right? So we do a collaboration, cross-cutting with other interdisciplinary areas, and then come up with some good products. So these are the 2-3 things that I wanted to focus on today. So again, thank you very much, Mr. Ajay Rana, for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I request Dr. Ravi Agrawal, sir, to bless us with his words.
Morning to all. Chief guest of this session, Dr. Vishimon Bhattnagar. I know him for many years. Guest of honor, Mr. Agrawal, all the deans, departments, members of faculty, researchers, delegates, student and dear student. So the topic of this conference is very important. It's related to computing and performance. And as rightly said by my previous speaker, that now for the student and for the faculty members, it's important to understand how things are changing, how the technology is shaping, and what is the future behind. So with this thought, I think if we see the technology is going excellent. Whatever we are teaching nowadays, initially in our times, last for 5-10 years, there's no expiry date. But that's the content which we are delivering, content of syllabus we are forming, that expires in a year. So that means we have to keep on changing the syllabus as per the need of the need of the technology. And the other aspect is that what is required, as rightly said by Dr. Garg, that it is only the learning. So you have to learn, you have to unlearn, and again relearn. That's the theory which everybody is talking about nowadays. And if I see everybody is now talking about technologies, AI, ML, blockchain, but once I go into the practical aspect of it, in terms of student and faculty, I find that there is a miss from their point that we pocket the basic and fundamental of mathematics. We talk about many things. We talk about machine learning. We talk about tools, but the basic things which drives these engineering is the mathematics. I think which we are missing nowadays, and from my experience, I have been to many people. They have written many things in their CVs. They have many projects. And when we put on a blackboard and we just ask the basic mathematical equations, they do not answer. I think whatever we are talking about, the first thing important for the student and the faculty member is whether our basics and fundamental are right or not. Whether we are good in mathematics, we understand the mathematics, then only we can build the buildings. That is AI, ML, whatever we are talking about. And another aspect is that how the industry is changing, what will be the requirement of this industry, and what will be the workforce which is required. So I have seen one report where they talk about the 2025 skill which is required. And again, higher cognitive learning, higher cognitive understanding, analytical, logical, these are the things which is required from the candidates. And a workforce which we are envisaging is mostly augmented workforce. means you'll be working with the machines simultaneously. So I think this is the coming time where the humans and machines are working concurrently. This is how the new workforce. And there is another fact that once we go into automations, there will be a redundant jobs. So I think these are the 2 points which is student and faculty has to understand. That how we shape up our student so that they should be relevant to the need of the industry and their needs requirement. So that way, these conference talks about the computing, and we understand that starting from a bit with neurons, the power of your computing is going like anything, exponential, super exponential. So you can solve these complex engineering problems using incubator and neurons, if you got it as a machine learning or a deep learning. So I think this is how the computing power is enhancing. So you'll be getting more computing power to solve more complex problems, and which generally nature drives. Even we could not able to predict the earthquakes. The reason being because you need high power, you need more variables, non-linear analysis. For this non-linear analysis, there are multiple parameters taken into consideration. And once we know that this computing is enhancing, one day we can able to predict it at least 1 minute or 2 minutes time per hour. This is how the engineering is involved. And with national education policy, multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary is taking place. So I think the future is how you research multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary. How you talk in mathematics, how you talk statistical understanding in terms of financial statistics, actual facts, how you involve forensics. So these are the things which will be involved. At the end, I thank Sir Dr. Rana for giving me the opportunity to share my views with students and the faculty members. I'm really blessed to be here. And I hope these 2 sessions will be a session for you. You have a learning, you've learned a lot. As rightly said, if you can just take 2-3 words from this conference, I think we are clear. So this is from my side. Thank you, Dr. Rana, for joining me.
Thank you so much, sir. I now request Mr. Praveen Agarwal, sir, to please bless us with your words.
Chief guest, Shri Professor Deepak Mention, Professor Rajiv Adwani, Professor Jasiji, Professor Janiji, and my mentor, Shri Anil Kumar Chaudhary sir. First of all, I would like to welcome all of you who all have come from across India. And thank you so very much, Nana sir, for inviting me here. I am representing Tata Power and more specifically Tata Power DPL. Recently, I have been come in touch with Dr. Rana. I think I was so blessed that I got such an eminent personality. He is so simple yet powerful, very down to earth, and have a passion for making change and disruption in the society. And one of the most powerful personality trait that he has is that inclusivity, and which is a more powerful requirement in today's world as well. Then we see that a lot of thing which is talking around the world is about the DNI and DEI, right? Diversity, equity, and inclusion. And Dr. Rana is an example of showing it to the world that we are really living this philosophy which people are demanding today. So thank you so very much for, I think it's a very powerful and thing that we are doing here. And as the earlier speakers have already talked about the kind of the one big thing, as Professor Agarwal said about learning. I'm from HR, so learning is like if you go to HR, what they can give to society or give to organization is a learning, right? And we always struggle in terms of what HR can contribute to the business. And when the students or experienced professionals who come to the organization, We used to think, how can we keep them agile? How can we keep them motivated? How do we keep, fulfilling their aspiration, their expectations? And one thing which comes up to the mind is always, how can we keep their learning path agile, right? And that in today's world, as Professor Garwal also said, that the way the whole world is changing into the very quick learning, very quick kind of skill-based learning, and project to product-based learning, which is coming up as another new phenomenon which is point. I think huge responsibility lies with the industry as well. And this sort of forums where we are getting the opportunity to interact with all of you who are into the research work, research papers, have to really think as to how we can do the work which will enhance the business, right? By people, for people. And in this concept, how can we bring that one element of the technology blending with human touch, right? And we feel that this digital way of working, or we feel that this collaborative way of working is working really well today. And we urge you, this thought to all of you that work for the cause, research for the cause. Right? Industry is looking for the kind of talent who are not very good in academics, who are not very good in projects, who are not very good in something. Their records, a number of projects. They are looking for people who can make difference in the lives of consumers, right? The customers, what they want, what they think, how they think, what change we can bring in the product. We distribute electricity in the north and northwest part of Delhi. When we started, our philosophy, our work, our way of working was totally different. And as we progress, as we moved, and now we are like having almost 90 lakh customers in my area, and no more we look like as a distribution company. A lot of national and international delegates are coming. They are just looking at the kind of technology that we implement. We are now technology-based organization, right? Imparting technologies in various state district discoms. So what I'm saying here is that technology with knowledge, with competencies, is making a difference in the society, and that is what I think we have to keep thinking about as to any research paper or anything that I'm doing, how it is serving to society, how it is serving to human, and how it is serving to the customers and the industry as a whole. This is what is my word of kind of what I think is take away, and
Thank you so much, sir. I now request Dr. Rishi Mohan Bernardes, sir, please bless us with his words.
Reduce to take sprints and for 6 months we training it. How can we reduce that training time but we can participate in everything during the last 6 months? Okay. So that students can come and become productive much faster. So we have done a lot of experiments together, and I really relish this campaign and see from him, and the way it's a honor and a pleasure for all of you to have him as your leader. Thank you very much. One of my best friends, Asif Goel's teacher. So I have been affiliated with him since 2009 to 2010. And honestly, Deepakji, I have made two friends, you and Ravi, at least in one day. So that's more I have been able to do. Thank you very much for inviting me. A bit of introduction to Aries, which I had. And I want to do this introduction not to sell and not to very selling but most for the students, the researcher, that how the company grows and how things happen. So 2 decades back, we are a mobile virtual network operator. Mobile virtual network operator means we are a connectivity provider, like we have a SIM for the offerings, but we give SIM only to machines. So my customers are not human. My customers are cars, my customers are smart meters, my customers are health machines. So imagine 20 years back, somebody was thinking that there will be time when connectivity will be required. So we created that SIM. Today we have a complete IoT and we have 15 million machines connected on our platform. And we get 2.6 billion messages every day. And we do all ML and AI on this 2.6 billion messages every day. Out of these 15 million, 10 million are optimal. So from Bombardier's plane to a Firefox cycle, all 10 million. And then we have 2.5 million healthcare devices. So all what we read books as user technology, we do it. Okay. People gave a thought that there will be a time when data will become gold or oil. We generate more revenue from analytics data than the network. So we do it. So we have that kind of examples. We are a joint venture with SoftBank. I don't know how many of you understand SoftBank. If you are not, then you must go and see. We are a joint venture with Volkswagen. And 3 days back, we acquired Ericsson's IoT business. Okay. And we are now the largest business in the world. We are a complete. They had 95 million. So we acquired a company which was much larger than that. So that's the kind of, but the reason of me telling you all this is a small organization of our size had a vision, had a thought, and we created and researched on the technology which is being used, which is being generating revenue, is a profitable revenue. Okay. And we are providing, serving the nation. Most of the other colleagues of mine here has been able to tell a lot of things about what is to be done and what is to be required. I am coming from industry. I'll give you some facts and then try to see what needs to be done from the industry perspective and what we as Aries are trying to do. And that will be the way I like to take a flow of it. So I was having some numbers and I was talking to Shweta before I came so that I can talk. In 1800, India as a country was having 27% of the global GDP, with only 10% of the population. But in 1947, when the British left, we were having 3.4% of the global GDP and 14% of the population. In between, before this new government came, I don't want to give you the time, otherwise you will feel as if I'm trying to promote it. We reduced to 2.1% of the GDP with 18% of the population. In 2021, we have grown to around 3.2 with 18% of the population. That means we have not even reached to a level where we were when we got our independence. And that's how, if I see my whole progress, then economically we have not grown. And then there can be a number of reasons. You can keep on debating, you can keep on thinking. But I am trying, because of this before, I am trying to see some kind of analysis on the amount of money we as a country spend on the research and development. And that is 0.3% of our total GDP. And I'll get into a bit of more analysis of this, but can you guess how much is South Korea spends? It is 3.5% of their GDP. How much Germany spent? It is 4.2% of their GDP. And how much is Japan spending? It is again 3.7%. And the difference between ours and Japan's or the US or the other countries which are shown as economically grown, out of the 0.3% of the money which is spent by on research and development in India, 75% is spent by the government. And the private sector spent only less 0.25. That too in collaboration with somebody. Whereas the private percentage of research R&D cost in South Korea is around 80%. And this is if I try to relate that we didn't spend time and money and effort on research to create Microsoft in India. And in many other such kind of organizations which we could have created if we would have spent money in the research and then money spent on the research to be developed and get into a product. I really feel very happy that there are 1800 plus papers at games, 400 plus that is shortlisted, and you all are here. And now there is a need to see how can we move these research into a real product and see how can we generate real things. We move things from research to leading product. And the particular combination has film push has already taken more and more. So the implementation after research to product is something which has been missing. So there is a need for industry to work. Because many times, and I'm really sorry, I'm not an academic, but I'm more from industry. Many times the projects or the research are more of a theoretical research. They're not in practical research, and many times they're just kept and nothing happens after the research. And we have to make a change into it. How can we have a research done which can result into a business? And everybody will be happy about it in the industry as well as the person who has done that research. From that academic exercise, how it can move into a business exercise and can start helping the GDP growth is what is required. And I am the chairperson for the Future Technology Panels in India, and I am also doing a lot of things. So there are two things I'll speak and then I'll end. I am an author of a book. So, in my introduction, somebody was telling me it was a enterprise Internet of Things, the first book on this topic. It was launched in 2015 and in 2016. I got an email from a person called Sandeep Sancheti, and I'm reading the name. And he was the vice chancellor of SRM University. And he wrote an email to me and he said, Dr. Bhatnagar, I want to come and meet you. And to be honest, coming from industry, I said, "Yari kyun aa rahe honge?" Mujhe laga shayad jo hai na placement ke liye keh rahe hain yaar. But he is such a senior man, such a respected man. I said, I just wrote to him and said, "Sir, kab aayenge?" And we'll be more than happy to host you. We discussed and he came. And he said, I really came here to thank you. I said, for what? He said, there are not people in the industry who write books which can be used by the academia. And you have done it. Because of your experience, in practical implementation projects, you have written a book. And I really wanted to come and say thank you to you because there is a need for industry to start working for academia. And unless that thing start happening, then we have to spend time for 6 months after a student comes from an engineering college. So that reverse has to start. Unless I start working from industry to academia and tell you that you need to change this course because this is not what I need in my industry. I like the students to work on these so that this research can result into a product which I can sell. Because academia and researchers are, to be honest, not for making business and making profits. That's not their job, that's mine. So unless I guide you and work with you and collaborate with you, things And that was a trigger where I requested Shweta ji that she should start thinking about the university or college science. And while Tech Mahindra, we used to connect for recruitment. Okay, it's a small organization now. That time, we were 100,000 people. We used to recruit 2,500 people every year. It's a small technology company, which is a research and hardcore platform on Internet of Things. But now, if I will not tell people that how they need to prepare themselves for this future technology, then who else? Correct? So what we have done is the last thing in my discussion. First, we created along with an institution called IC3I, which is a 150-year-old institution in India, something called an IoT course. And in one of the universities, we started doing one credit course. And we experimented. We were academician. So whether it's a 60-hour course or a 40 hours course or a 15-hour class, 40-hour lab, I had no clue of it. I just wanted to tell that this is what should be taught. They should be trained so that they can come to the industry. So creating an industry need into an actual one credit course was done, and IIT helped us. We did an experiment. Now we are in touch with the IC3I to see how it can be organized in a way that it can be implemented across all engineering colleges in India. So myself and Shweta ji had a meeting with the other Sanskrit at that time, and now we are working with the IC3I so that all engineering colleges across India can start thinking about having this one credit course. And I'm sure many of the private universities, many of the government universities must have started doing something like that. But when it gets institutionalized, things get slightly more scalable. Second, we worked on the COEs with a number of universities and colleges and created the IoT COE, where we are going to give a platform, train the trainer, faculty, and all. And that's how we are trying to work. There is a second batch of faculty members coming to our college from a particular university next week. And these faculty members will be working with us, not getting trained. They'll be working with us for the next 2 to 3 to 4 weeks. So they'll be participating in the project meetings. They'll be participating in the how the coding is being done. They'll be participating in my business meetings every week to understand how industry works. And this is what I learned from the standpoint of Harvard University. There, the faculty has to spend time in the industry. And some of the industry people are invited in their colleges to take one course. Okay. They might not have a one credit course or a 2 credit course. I don't know about these terminology. But the faculty members are coming from the industry. And we as in US also in India, what we have started doing is a second batch of 15 faculty members from one of the universities are coming to our college next week, and they'll be spending time with us. And they'll be just coming, okay, like any employee in the areas. And they'll be meeting in a project course, project meeting, or a weekly leadership meeting, and they'll be just hearing what we do. And I'm sure it will be a big change to them, and it will be a change for us because we'll have such a good, academicians coming. They'll be able to tell us more about what we can do better. But I'm sure they'll be able to know how the industry works. Because the majority of my meeting is revenue, profit, operational costs, sales, and we are not talking about that how to make an algorithm better. Whereas my engineering product management team is only trying to see how can we reduce these many seconds to milliseconds. How can we create a device that will have this sensor added? Okay. So they will be sitting in majority of the meeting and trying to understand how will they how industry works, especially with future technologies. We are working with some of the universities for the research projects. We started working on the battery management system. You must have heard an electric scooter, there was a fire. Okay. How can I put a sensor on it so that there is a temperature high and it stops the car or stop the scooter? So it won't get into a fire. And we started working on such kind of projects. What that sensor can do, how the sensor can shut the battery before it gets we are having a battery system. and we are working with some of the institutions. Since we have implemented it, okay, and we are now putting it into business. Business is some production line, and that's what we are doing. So that research has resulted into a business, a new feature, and I'm sure there will be a lot of lives that will be saved because scooters or the automobile or the cars will not get bought. While this is happening, as I said, I'm the chair for future technologies. I was having a very different kind of discussion with one of the municipal commissioner, and I never forget that because the real life problems are very different from many times what we do things or we read things. So because I had gone, he was listening to me, and I could feel like he's not interested in this. Because so he was offering me tea, and he was saying, "Sir, I give it." And I was telling him, "Yes, technology, sir. This is the way technology happens. This is what we can do." After a minute, 5-10 minutes, he said, "Sir, हमारे इलाके के बच्चे बहुत हैं, हम लोग चिकन बोलना and I have very less resources to find and save my people. Can your sensor tell me where is the intensity of mosquitoes more so that I can send people there with the medicine and they can be killed and I can save people in my country?" Actually, his problem is very different from what I am trying to say. But I knew that in the IIT Hyderabad, there are students who had created a best density sensor. So I said, "Sir, let me give me some time. I'll come back to you because I can understand your real-time problem is to see how you save people who are dying from dengue and chikungunya." And we were able to get that sensor in 3 weeks, and those who work were the research scholars in IIT Hyderabad students. Within 2.5 weeks, they gave me a sensor which I could put into different areas on mobile, and it would show where the density of mosquitoes are more, and that man had a different story. And I took only 2.5 weeks because they had a pest sensor, and I had a knowledge that they have that. So the academia and industry connect was so important that at least I could know. I didn't go to IIT. I didn't go to IIT Madras. I went to IIT Hyderabad because I had seen them making a pest sensor, pest density identification. That was for agriculture. And I could give them a call. I guess from staff, maybe I had a problem. Will it be possible for you to from pest to insect? And that is mosquito. He said, "Yes, try." And in 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and we could do it. So that kind of academia industry relationship is very important. The last thing is we also try to get internship students so that they can also come and learn with us and we can have them as part of our team. So this industry academia interactions are very important, and thank you very much for Aditi to invite me. And I'm very the last thing before I leave the off the talk, so I thought that people know. I was one of the authors. Not invited. That's not fair. Thank you very much for inviting. Thank you, sir, because there was some anxiety amongst the business. Who is Dr. Sandeep Sanchite? I feel more honored that Dr. Sandeep Sanchite is one of my mentors. Dr. Sandeep Sanchite is a person who always in the entire education system with respect to higher education. And in our country, very few person like Dr. Sandeep Sanchite was a director for 5 NITs at a one time. And that person used a helicopter to visit all these NITs, like NIT Karnataka, NIT Surat, founder of NIT Delhi, founder of NIT Goa, and founder of the NIT Trichy. So that type of Sandeep Sanchite was, and in fact, he was the founder of Sikhi Manipal University in Jaipur, and now working with the Vice Chancellor of Marwadi University, Gujarat. And there's the one thing, about the IIT JEE exam and all. So Dr. Sandeep Sanchini is a founder of CSAB, CSC Decentralized Education Board by the Government of India, when the government inculcate about the central university concepts. So that type of Dr. Sandeep Sanchini, and I feel more honored that Dr. Sandeep Sanchini discuss with you the concept, and you will find the true educationists who work in this sector. Sir, you have talked about the IoT. I promise to you, you are touched with IIT Hyderabad. Why? So why I call Dr. Rishi Mohan Bhatnagar, sir? So please try to understand the philosophy of a such type of person. Sir, thinking is that the person, they respect the minds, and minds not belong to the one XYZ institution. If you have a capability, please prove yourself and present your ideas in front of the industry. So I promise to you, sir, if you have any idea, we will provide you full space as per your requirement. And Professor Dhyani, Professor Jesse, and Professor Anil Chaudhary, sir, Dr. Deepshika, with Dr. Deepshika, sir, must ensure that we will provide the space to Aries and start the center of excellence at our premises. So, Dr. Deepshika is Dr. Deepshika. Now, it's your responsibility to coordinate with the Shweta ma'am. Where is the Garima, Dr. Garima Bhartwaj? So, all this coordinate with the Shweta is definitely it's our honor that we will provide equal facilities. What type of resources you need from our side, we will. And sir, we will depute around 4 to 5 faculty members if they fulfill your eligibility during summer or winter vacation. So solve for them, extra benefit to them, profit sharing basis. It is okay with you, profit sharing. So we'll share the profit with respect to my students if you are ready. Because why I am in academics? Because I find a lot of things. I am the youngest vice chancellor at the age of 39. Why? Why? Due to the blessings of Rajiv ji, Deepak bhai or sir, because they nurture me, they guide me. इनका एक मिशन था कि हमारा ही कोई साथी चल रहा है ना, उसको आगे चलने दो. But always open your minds. रही मन यही संसार में बिकी हुई सभी समान, ना जाने किस रूप में तुम्हें नारायण मिल जाए. So behave like this, open like this. Or like IIT research like Triple IT Hyderabad. So I always, as a teacher, I always respect all institutions. No institution big or small, because they are the students make institutions the big or small. And so today on this stage, I share the one thing: why Amity is Amity. Amity is not like Amity that our honorable founder president is providing the world-class infrastructure, all the faculties. But Amity is Amity due to the faith by the industry experts, and the important thing how our alumni, how our students perform in the industry. And you are our product. You are our product who always present the name of Amity in front of the organization. So thank you all esteemed panelists, all the persons guests in the guest of honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, and thank you so much all the guests for those insightful words. So, as the ceremony is blessed with the presence of many honorable personalities from various fields, so I feel pleased to announce the signing of Memorandum of Understanding between 3 parties at this point. So I request the team to please, anyone request? So, as a Rishi Mohan Bhatnagar sir wants to leave early, so would request. So I would request my team to please bring the citation of Rishi sir. So I would request Honorable Director sir to please present the citation to Dr. Rishi Mohan Bhatnagar, bestowed as a token of appreciation. So Amity University, 5th International Conference on Contemporary Computing and Informatics, IC3I 2022. So we honor to present this citation to Dr. Rishi Mohan Bhatnagar. So bestowed as a token of appreciation and acknowledgement as a chief guest during 5th International Conference on Contemporary Computing and Informatics from 13 to 16 December 2022 held at Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, Greater Noida. Professional for excellence and truly a role model for others, highly respected in the world of artificial intelligence, recognized for his work in telecom, BFSI, automotive, healthcare, and education sector. Acknowledged for his contribution in managing large-scale outsourcing projects in multi-vendor and multilingual environment. So we proudly present this citation to Dr. Rishi Mohan Bhatnagar. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us and gracing our platform. Can we have a huge applause for sir? So now moving further. As I mentioned, the ceremony is blessed with the presence of many honorable personalities from various fields. So I feel pleased to announce the signing of Memorandum of Understanding between PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry with Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, Greater Noida. So I request my team. I request the guest, Mr. Naveen Seth, who is Assistant Secretary General of PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry, is on stage with us. We request Dr. Vikas, who is with us on the stage, and would request our Registrar, Professor Anil Kumar Chaudhary, who is a Senior Vice President. So can we applaud? We can see on our screen. And we Chamber of Commerce and Industry. The crowd moving for us. Congratulations to all. So, I request sir to please felicitate our guest with a shawl and memento. Thank you, Naveen Singh, sir, and thank you, Honorable Sir. So, I proudly announce the second signing of Memorandum of Understanding between Turan University and Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, Greater Noida. So from Turan University, we have Dr. Mamta Singh. So we would request her to be on stage for signing the document. Dr. Singh. Congratulations to us. I would MOU signed in Turan University and Amity University, Uttar Pradesh. Thank you, Dr. Mamta, for gracing the platform. Thank you, Honorable Director General Sir and Registrar Sir. So again, I feel pleased to announce the signing of Memorandum of Understanding between Navshrishti Foundation, a non-profit organization who work for women and child rights, with Amity University Greater Noida campus. So I would request Ms. Veena Banerjee, who is the founder of Navshrishti Foundation, and Mr. Yashashri, please come on the dais.
हमको थोड़ा और ऊपर कर देंगे हम पकड़ना पड़ेगा
So congratulations to us for signing
पावर
it.
बैकअप के लिए थोड़ा लंबा के लिए दे सकते हैं हम फोन दे सकते हैं
Request you to please felicitate our guests.
तो पावर बैकअप है ना हाँ, और ऊपर 42%. ठीक है
Thank you, Honorable Sir. Thank you, ma'am. We are even delighted to announce the release of our souvenir. So I now request our faculty coordinator to please release the souvenir virtually.
Sir, रुक जाइए. ठीक है. हम पकड़ना पड़ेगा.
So now you can see on screen our souvenir. I request everyone to please give a big round of applause for this event.
पकड़ना पड़ेगा. मैं अगर छोड़ूंगा तो नीचे हो जाएगा.
Thank you. We are also pleased to announce the launch of our case study journals. Amity Case Study Journal of Engineering. Request all to please give a big round of applause. Amity Case Study Journal of Engineering. Amity Case Study Journal of Management. Amity Case Study Journal of Allied and Applied Sciences.
Sorry, these abstract for our students' benefit, because many of your seniors who done the various projects of the industry with the help of the mentor and the mentee concept. So my dear students, you will easily find out around hundreds and the hundreds of projects as your ready reference on our portal, that is amit.edu/gm/case studies, where you will easily identify about the basic what type of activities, what type of project that may be accepted by our university, and you will easily identify the one prototype. बोलते हैं प्रोजेक्ट आप बनाएंगे तो आपके लिए रेडी रेफरेंस होगा. So that's why we update all these projects and the case studies on our portal. So my compliment to all my heads, Dr. Anubhuti, Dr. Ishika, and the vice chancellor and all. And thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would request Honorable Director General, sir, to please present the citation to our guest. I would request my team to please bring the citations. So now I proudly announce to present the citation on behalf of Amity University 5th International Conference on Contemporary Computing and Informatics, IC3I 2022. So we feel honored to present the citation to Professor Deepak Garg, bestowed as a token of appreciation and acknowledgement as a guest of honor during 5th International Conference on Contemporary Computing and Informatics on 14-16 December 2022, held at Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, Greater Noida. A professional par excellence and truly a role model for others. highly respected in the field of institutional collaborations, doctorate in efficient algorithm, and chief consultant for algorithmguru.in. Acknowledged for his contribution in skill enhancement and research initiative. So we proudly pronounce this 5th International Conference on Contemporary Computing and Informatics, IC3I 2022. We feel honored to present the citation to Professor Dr. Rajiv Agarwal, a professional par excellence and truly a role model for others, highly respected in the field of talent acquisition, responsible for narrowing the gap for industries and organizations, an institution by setting up incubation centers, acknowledged for its contribution in institution accreditations and ranking. We present it to the sir. So we proudly present this citation and feel honor to Mr. Praveen Agarwal, a professional par excellence and truly a role model for others, highly respected in the field of human resource and investigation with a people, process system, and design thinking approach, and a belief in empowering the workforce by giving them ample opportunities for their holistic development centers, acknowledged for generating opportunities for multi-skilling and knowledge enhancement. We proudly present it to the sir. I also request sir to please felicitate our one of guest, Mr. Yashashvi, who is the owner of Hotel Royal Inn. Please sir, come on the stage. Can we have an applause, please?
Thank you so much, Yashasvi sir. Thank you so much, honorable members. Now I request Professor Prateek Chaturvedi sir to please give a very vote of thanks.
Known to all of you. Being given very complex terms. Why? Because everyone among us has contributed to this event in one or the other way. It is very difficult to name everyone, however, I am trying to do so. First of all, we are highly grateful and to the Honorable Founder President, sir, Honorable Chancellor, sir, our Honorable Director General, sir, for their blessings, who has given this platform and guidance for organizing such a research-oriented event. We are thankful to the IC3I Uttar Pradesh section and its office bearers for their constant and consistent support for this conference. We are thankful to all the dignitaries, all the guest speakers, keynote speakers, and judges who has accepted our requests and contributed to this event. I am thankful to all the people of the research fraternity who have submitted their research work to us, no matter we accepted their work or not, but we are thankful that he chose us to submit their work. I am thankful to all the presenters who came from different places to present their work today and coming 2 days. Now, my special thanks to my core team who drove this conference from the very beginning, which comprised of Professor Vikram, Professor Garima, Professor Suman, Professor Sudhi, Professor Swati, and Professor Vijay. Reviewing 1,051 submission is not a simple task. This is a very tedious task, and they took the pain. They did it very well, very smoothly, and till this date, I have never heard a no from them. Please allow me to confess, whatever appreciation Professor Vikram and I have received, the credit goes to this team. Also, my thanks to all the faculty members, staff members, IT support, and our students who have been contributing to this conference in many other ways. Thank you so much.
So thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, the dignitaries, for gracing this platform with your presence. Now, thank you so much, students and faculty members and staff. Without their support, this event wouldn't have been possible. Now we can proceed forward towards the lunch. Now request everyone to please rise up for the national anthem. And before starting the national anthem, I would also pay my thanks to all the sponsors. Without their support, this event wouldn't have been possible. Thank you so much, everyone. So can we have the national anthem?
Janaganamana Adhina Jaya He Bhagya Vidhata Pancham Sindhu Gujarat Dravida Uttara Vanga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Uchana Jaladhika Ganga Tanvashubhe Chamke Shubhaya Shishamane Jaya Gana Jaya Gana Jaya He Jaya He Jaya He Jaya 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 Jaya